July 23rd, early in the morning, I was having a lot of really severe pain in my stomach, fever. I was probably a little bit delirious. It became evident that I needed to actually go to the hospital, and thankfully, of course, Saanich Peninsula Hospital is right close by here on the peninsula.
I was helping to run the Peninsula Winefest, and someone asked me to go and close the shed door. So I went over to lower the door. It didn't come down, so I reached up with this hand to pull it down, and it caught my fingers in the cracks. When I pulled them out, this finger was about 1/4 inch holding it together, so these two fingers were just falling off. Oh, they rushed me to Saanich Peninsula Hospital, and when I got there, and this was about 15 minutes, it was really fast, which is why I love that hospital.
And we're just walking to there, and the next thing you know, you got to go to the hospital. My son fell down, cut his hand. What we thought was just a small gravel burn was actually a really deep cut in his hand, but fortunately it's only 10 minutes to the Saanich Peninsula Hospital. And we had him looked after and stitched up in a half an hour, so a lot better than having to drive all the way downtown.
When you're dealing with an acute situation in healthcare, the earlier diagnosis, the earlier that you can actually isolate what the problem actually is, the better that you can deal with it.
And all the extra instrumentation, etc., that the hospital probably couldn't afford is supported through the Saanich Peninsula Hospital Foundation. And I think it's just a very, very important part of our community. And I encourage people to support that kind of endeavor.
I mean, there's so many critical injuries and acute injuries that and conditions that can be diagnosed with a CT scanner. Mine was just one. I just think of all the other things that are out there.
And then for the individuals that are actually in care, I think it's just wonderful to basically have their families close by. And I don't think any of that can take place if we don't have a community hospital.
And especially when we get on in years and we get a little bit frail and we need that support. We need the comfort of knowing that we have something like that within the community, not the big city hospital, but our local hospital. It's one of the things that I really like about the Saanich Peninsula Hospital is that the healthcare providers, being part of the community, have more empathy and more connection with the people.
It's very comforting for people to know that there is a place close by that they can go to in a hurry and be taken care of and understood, and know that they're leaving their loved ones in good hands.
I didn't have to go all the way to town. I was 5 minutes away. To me, I think it was probably a lifesaver.
For certain, it's the Saanich Peninsula Hospital, my hospital, that is so important.